Have you ever let one rude comment ruin your entire day? Most of us have, not because the world is cruel, but because we've unknowingly handed it control over our emotions. But what if you didn't have to anymore? What if you could walk through chaos and stay calm, centered, and untouchable? In this video, we're unlocking 10 Stoic lessons that teach you how to protect your peace, not by avoiding life, but by mastering your response to it. Stay with me, because once you learn this, there's no going back. Blank. Someone cuts you off in traffic. A coworker dismisses your idea. A friend forgets something important. In a second, your day shifts, but does it have to? Here's a truth few talk about. Your reactions are a choice. Emotional freedom isn't about ignoring your feelings, it's about owning them. In today's video, we'll explore how to reclaim your inner power and stop letting outside forces dictate your mood. If you're tired of being pushed around by the world, this is your starting point. Blank. Think back to the last time you felt hurt, frustrated, or triggered. Was it really what they did, or how you responded? We spend so much time trying to control others, but the real power lies in controlling ourselves. This episode dives into 10 transformative lessons to help you build emotional resilience. Stop reacting out of impulse, and respond with strength. If you're ready to become unshakable, to feel peace no matter what others say or do, then don't skip this. Your emotional freedom begins now. Have you ever let someone's words ruin your whole day? Maybe it was a rude comment, a careless action, or even something as small as a delay or inconvenience. It stings, doesn't it? But here's a truth we rarely hear. No one can control your emotions unless you allow them to. What if you could walk through life calm and centered, untouched by the chaos around you? Imagine that. Imagine navigating each day with a deep sense of peace so unshakable that even the worst annoyances couldn't disturb you. This isn't some far-off fantasy, it's emotional mastery. And in today's episode, we're diving into 10 life-changing lessons to help you stop reacting impulsively, release anger, and reclaim command over your emotional world. But make no mistake, this isn't about pretending not to feel. It's about learning how to handle those feelings with strength and clarity. Whether you're dealing with harsh criticism, setting firm boundaries, or trying to let go of bitterness, these lessons will give you the tools to protect your peace and walk with confidence. By the end of this episode, you'll not only understand what it means to stay unbothered in the face of adversity, you'll actually know how to live it. So if you're ready to unlock the secret to emotional freedom and take back the steering wheel of your inner world, let's begin. Because your journey to mastering your emotions starts now. 1. Understand that your reactions are your choice. Picture this. You're having a peaceful day. Maybe you're sipping a warm cup of coffee, or enjoying a walk in the park. Then out of nowhere, someone makes a rude comment, and just like that, your peace evaporates. Frustration or anger takes its place. You might think, why did they ruin my day? But let's stop there, because the truth is, they didn't. You did. Your emotions belong to you, not to the world, not to other people. No one can dictate how you feel unless you hand them that power. Imagine the world throwing obstacles your way, but you standing tall, responding instead of reacting. It's like wearing noise-canceling headphones in the middle of a chaotic city. The noise is still there, but it doesn't reach you. Emotional mastery works the same way. One powerful quote captures it perfectly. Between stimulus and response, there is a space. In that space is our power to choose our response. In our response lies our growth and our freedom. So when someone cuts you off in traffic, or dismisses your idea at work, instead of reacting on impulse, pause. That pause is powerful. It gives you room to choose strength over impulsiveness, peace over conflict. Here's a practical example. Let's say your coworker brushes off your suggestion in a meeting. You feel the sting of disrespect. But before the emotions take over, take a breath. Ask yourself, is this really about me? Or are they projecting their own stress or insecurity? Reframing the situation can protect your emotional balance. This mindset doesn't mean you ignore your emotions. It means recognizing the difference between feeling something and acting on it. Anger, irritation, disappointment, these are natural, but they don't have to decide your actions. Try this strategy. 1. Pause and identify when you feel triggered. Stop and name the emotion: anger, sadness, embarrassment. 2. Reflect. Ask yourself why you're feeling that way. Is it the event itself or your interpretation of it? 3. Choose your response. Act from your values, not from the heat of the moment. This practice puts you in control. The rude stranger, the careless colleague, the annoying situation, they lose their grip when you stop giving away your peace. In every moment, you have a choice. Let others dictate your mood, or claim your emotional power. The next time someone tries to push your buttons, remember, their behavior doesn't define you. Your reaction does. And in choosing calm, you don't just gain control, you gain freedom. 2. Stop expecting people to behave like you. Ever found yourself disappointed when someone didn't show up the way you would have? Maybe you always make time for others, but when you needed support, they were nowhere to be found. That wave of disappointment hits hard. I'd never treat them like that, you think. But here's a difficult truth. People don't live by your standards. They act based on their own values, beliefs, and priorities. Expecting others to behave exactly as you would is like trying to control the weather, impossible. And a guaranteed path to frustration. Everyone walks a unique path shaped by their own experiences. So when someone acts out of line with your expectations, it's usually not about you. It's about them. Trying to force them into your mold only leaves you feeling powerless. Let's take an example. Suppose there's a colleague who constantly interrupts during meetings. It drives you mad, but instead of holding onto that irritation or trying to teach them a lesson, recognize that this pattern is theirs, not yours. Letting go of the expectation that they'll change gives you back your peace. There's an old saying that captures this well: expectations are the root of all suffering. The more you expect others to behave a certain way, the more power you give them over your peace. Here's how to shift that mindset. 1. Acknowledge your expectations. When you feel let down, ask yourself, what was I expecting from them? 2. Challenge the expectation. Is it realistic to expect them to act as you would? 3. Refocus. Instead of controlling others, focus on how you can maintain calm and integrity in your own behavior. This perspective is freeing. The rude cashier, the forgetful friend, the self-absorbed colleague, none of them can truly disrupt your peace unless you allow it. Accepting that people are who they are, not who you want them to be, doesn't mean tolerating bad behavior. It means refusing to sacrifice your emotional well-being for something you cannot control. So the next time you feel disappointed, pause and remember, they're acting from their nature, not yours, and that's okay. Because you choose your response. Letting go of expectations isn't giving up, it's gaining peace. And as we continue to explore emotional mastery, we'll dive deeper into another powerful lesson: the freedom that comes when you let go of the need to always be right. Have you ever found yourself in the middle of an argument, maybe over something as small as which route to take? Or maybe something deeper, like a disagreement with a friend or your partner? As the conversation heated up, did you feel that overwhelming need to prove your point, to be seen as right? That moment, where your heart races and your mind spins with counter-arguments, we've all been there. We grip tightly to our own version of truth like it's our lifeline. Desperate to win, but let's take a step back. This urge, the need to be right all the time, isn't just tiring. It's draining, and more importantly, it's often unnecessary. That compulsion to dominate every debate usually comes from a place of insecurity. It's like being wrong somehow threatens our worth or shakes our identity. But what if it didn't? What if being wrong didn't make you less valuable? What if you approached disagreements not with your fists up, but with open curiosity? Here's a powerful question to keep in mind. Would you rather be right? Or would you rather be at peace? It's a simple question, but it cuts deep. So often, our need to be right fuels conflict, strains relationships, and steals our calm. Letting go of that need, that's where real power lies. That's where peace begins. Imagine someone accuses you of something unfair. Instinctively, you want to defend yourself. Maybe even launch a counterattack, pointing out their flaws. But what if, instead of reacting, you took a breath and asked, is proving them wrong really worth my energy? In most cases, the honest answer is no. Here's a real-world example. Suppose a friend insists their way of solving a problem is better than yours. Instead of diving into a pointless debate, you could simply say, I see where you're coming from, and I respect your perspective. In that moment, you diffuse tension and protect your peace. As the Taoist philosopher Lao Tzu wisely put it, he who is attached to his views will never grow. Letting go of the need to be right doesn't mean you compromise your values or silence your voice. It simply means choosing which battles are worth your energy. So how can you start practicing this mindset? First, pause before you respond. When you feel the urge to argue, breathe. Ask yourself if it's really worth it. Second, seek to understand. Ask questions. Try to truly grasp where the other person is coming from. It's incredible how quickly that can lower the emotional temperature of a conversation. Third, choose your battles wisely. Save your energy for issues that truly align with your core values or significantly impact your life. With time, you'll notice a shift. Conversations feel lighter. You feel calmer. That heavy urge to control every narrative begins to fade. And in its place, peace, strength, clarity. Because your value was never about winning debates. It's about how you show up. It's in your calm, your clarity, your ability to walk away from chaos and still feel whole. So the next time you're on the brink of an argument, take a deep breath and remind yourself, being right won't make me happy, but being calm just might. And that realization? That's the beginning of something powerful. Now, let's take this further and talk about how to stop letting other people's words define your worth. When you allow others to dictate your time, energy, and emotional well-being, you're not just being generous, you're silently saying no to yourself. And over time, those unspoken no's pile up. The result? Exhaustion, burnout, resentment. A powerful reminder comes to mind. You can't pour from an empty cup. No matter how much you care, if you're constantly giving without boundaries, you're eventually going to feel drained, disconnected, and lost in everyone else's needs. Boundaries are not about being cold or distant. They are your invisible armor, protecting your emotional freedom while preserving your relationships. Think about it. When someone repeatedly crosses a line you've never clearly drawn, is it really their fault? Or is it yours for not defining and upholding your own limits? People aren't mind readers, and most of the time, they're not being malicious. They just don't know where your lines are. That's why setting boundaries is an act of both self-respect and education. It shows others how to treat you, and it shows you that your well-being matters. Let's bring this to life. Imagine you're the friend everyone runs to for advice, day or night. While you're happy to help, it's starting to wear on you. Instead of silently building resentment, you say, "I care about you, but I need my evenings to recharge. Let's talk tomorrow instead." See the shift? You're being kind and firm. You protect your peace without hurting the connection. Epictetus once said, "Freedom is the ability to live as we wish." That doesn't mean ignoring others. It means having the strength to decide where your energy goes. Boundaries allow you to do just that. Prioritize what truly matters and avoid emotional overload. So, how do you begin setting better boundaries? 1. Be clear and honest asterisk. Communicate your limits calmly and directly. People are far more likely to respect your space when they actually understand it. 2. Use I statements asterisk. Say, "I need some quiet time after work," instead of, "You always bother me." It keeps the focus on your needs, not their faults. 3. Stick to your word asterisk. Once you set a boundary, honor it. Consistency shows you're serious about protecting your space. As Lao Tzu wisely said, "He who knows when to stop does not find himself in trouble." In other words, knowing your limits and respecting them saves you from unnecessary chaos. It's important to remember, boundaries aren't walls. They're bridges. They don't push people away. They allow you to meet them in a place of balance and mutual respect. So the next time you feel overwhelmed or taken for granted, pause and ask yourself, have I made my needs clear? Am I honoring my own limits? Because when you do, you take back control. You reserve your energy for what actually matters. And you start to feel lighter, more grounded, more free. You are not responsible for fixing everyone else's life. Your first responsibility is to yourself, to protect your peace, your time, and your emotional well-being. Set your boundaries, guard your energy, and notice how your world begins to shift. Now, let's go deeper. What happens when we detach from the opinions of others and reclaim our self-worth? That's where we're headed next. Silence isn't weakness, it's a shield. A subtle, quiet strength that allows you to deflect chaos without being pulled into it. Picture this. Someone throws a sharp comment your way, hoping to provoke a reaction. Instead of biting back, you breathe and say nothing. That silence? It speaks louder than 1,000 angry words. Here's how you can start making silence your default response in heated moments. 1. Pause before reacting *, when someone says something triggering. Take a breath. Silence gives you a gap, space for clarity instead of impulsive retaliation. 2. Listen without defending *. Often, people just want to be heard. Let them speak. You don't need to justify yourself or rush to explain. Sometimes, your calm presence is enough. 3. Speak only when necessary *, and when you do speak, keep it thoughtful and measured. A Buddhist teaching reminds us, speak only if it improves upon the silence. Choosing silence doesn't mean you're ignoring the problem. It means you're protecting your energy, saving your voice for moments when it truly matters. Think back. How often have you regretted words said in anger? Silence removes that regret. It allows you to reflect and respond, rather than react, and often, it delivers a message louder than shouting ever could. So the next time someone tries to bait you into conflict, pause and ask, will speaking help, or will it only add fuel to the fire? Choosing silence means choosing strength, peace, and control, because silence isn't the absence of a response. It's the presence of wisdom. It says, you don't control me, my peace does. And when you combine the inner silence with something even more powerful, gratitude, you create a state of mind that's nearly unshakable. Now imagine a rough day. Everything's going sideways, missed deadlines, rude comments, traffic jams. You feel anger start to rise. But then, you pause. And instead of focusing on all that's going wrong, you ask yourself, what's going right? Gratitude has the power to dissolve anger in seconds. You can't feel deeply grateful and angry at the same time. Gratitude is a mental reset button, a way to reframe even the most frustrating moments into opportunities for growth. Let's take a relatable example. You're stuck in traffic, late for an important meeting. You feel your blood pressure rising. But then, you breathe. You remember. I'm grateful to have a car. I'm thankful I even have a meeting to get to. I'm lucky to be safe right now. Simple? Yes. But powerful. Cicero once said, gratitude is not only the greatest of virtues, but the parent of all others. When you practice it, it builds resilience, deepens your patience, and anchors your mind in what truly matters. So how do you build this habit? 1. Pause and reflect * when you feel anger bubbling up. Ask yourself, what can I be grateful for in this moment? 2. Keep a gratitude journal * at the end of each day. Jot down 3 things that went well, no matter how small. 3. Use gratitude to reframe challenges * when someone criticizes you. Instead of lashing out, try, I'm grateful for this opportunity to grow, even if the delivery wasn't kind. Gratitude doesn't excuse poor behavior, but it keeps you anchored. The Buddha said it beautifully. Let us rise and be thankful. If we didn't learn much today, at least we learned a little. If we didn't learn a little, at least we didn't get sick. If we got sick, at least we didn't die. So let us all be thankful. Gratitude shifts your mindset from lack to abundance. It doesn't deny pain, it prioritizes peace. So next time anger creeps in, Stop and ask, what can I be thankful for right now? That shift, simple as it seems, can change your entire emotional state. And as you embrace silence and gratitude, there's one more skill that will deepen your emotional strength even further. Learning to reframe criticism as a tool for growth. Wisdom teaches us one of the most important lessons in life. Don't take criticism too personally. Instead, see it as part of your journey toward becoming better. The next time someone critiques you, pause and ask, what can I learn from this? Is this really about me, or is it more about them? How can I grow from this moment? Lao Tzu once said, knowing others is intelligence, knowing yourself is true wisdom. When approached with the right mindset, criticism becomes a mirror, helping you see more clearly. It's not always comfortable, but let's be honest, when has growth ever been easy? Embracing feedback, even when it stings, develops resilience, sharpens humility, and deepens your sense of self. So, the next time criticism comes your way, don't treat it like a threat, treat it like a stepping stone. Because often, the greatest breakthroughs lie just beyond discomfort. And when you lean into that discomfort with courage, you unlock a strength that no judgment can shake. Let's shift to another powerful emotional tool, mastering the art of letting go. Picture this. You're gripping a burning coal, waiting to throw it at someone who wronged you. But while you're holding it keeps burning your own hand. That's what holding on to anger, resentment, and grudges does. It doesn't punish the person who hurt you, it punishes you. True strength doesn't lie in clinging tightly to the pain. It lies in releasing it. Letting go isn't about forgetting. It's not about condoning what happened. It's about reclaiming your energy and your peace. It's about unhooking yourself from the weight of the past, and finally making space for the present. The Buddha said it best, holding on to anger is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. Now think about a moment in your life when someone hurt you. Maybe it was betrayal, unfair judgment, or a cold remark. How much time did you spend replaying that scene? How much energy did you waste imagining revenge or rehearsing your defense? Letting go is the way out. It's the key that frees you from that exhausting loop. Take this example. You're at work, and a colleague takes credit for your idea. You could stew in frustration for days, or you could choose to release it, knowing that your value isn't defined by one moment of recognition. That choice protects your peace and helps you move forward. Lao Tzu offers another profound truth. When I let go of what I am, I become what I might be. Letting go isn't just about anger. It's about releasing perfectionism, fear of failure, the need to control everything. It's about embracing the messy, unpredictable nature of life and finding freedom in that acceptance. So, how do you practice the art of letting go? 1. Acknowledge your feelings asterisk, don't suppress them. Let yourself feel anger, sadness, or hurt, but without judgment. 2. Reframe the experience asterisk ask, what can I learn from this? How can it make me stronger? 3. Focus on the present asterisk, letting go is something you do for asterisk you, not for them. Shift your energy to the now, where your real power lives. Think of it like holding a balloon. The longer you grip it tightly, the more it strains your hand. But once you release it, you feel lighter, freer, more in control. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, Do not be disturbed by what is outside your control. Let it go, and you will find peace. Letting go doesn't mean becoming passive or tolerating injustice. It means choosing where to put your energy. It means focusing on what you can influence, and letting go of the rest. So next time you're clinging to regret, anger, or control, pause and ask, is this worth my peace? What would my life feel like if I just let it go? That answer, your answer, might be the first step toward freedom. Because real power doesn't come from holding on. It comes from knowing when to release. And there you have it. 10 powerful lessons to help you master your emotions and remain calm. No matter what life throws your way. These aren't just ideas. They're daily tools, practical strategies to help you protect your peace. Build emotional resilience, and take full control of how you respond to the world. Remember, emotional mastery isn't about shutting down your feelings or pretending not to care. It's about meeting life's challenges with clarity, strength, and intention. It's about rising above the noise and choosing your response. So take these lessons with you. Practice the pause. Set your boundaries. Let go of what doesn't serve you. Each time you choose peace over anger, calm over chaos, you get one step closer to the unshakable life you were meant to live. If this episode helped you, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with someone who could use a little more peace today. And if you've got your own tips or stories about staying unbothered, drop a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks for being here. Remember, emotional freedom isn't a final destination, it's a daily practice. So keep showing up, stay mindful, and keep growing stronger every day. Until next time, take care and stay unbothered. Thumbs up like this video if it resonated with you. Bell subscribe for more weekly content. Send mail, share it with someone who needs it. Speaking head and comment below. What's * your favorite tip for staying calm?